your body feels better, your mind is clearer, your rendezvous with the things that are important to you are better. You have more creative control of your own experience and therefore more satisfaction in what you're creating. Most people that you know are moving through life and creating, because everyone is creating their own reality, because everyone is offering a vibration, and their vibration equals their point of attraction, and their point of attraction equals what comes to them. So everyone is creating their own reality, but the majority of people are creating their own reality by default. They don't really understand that they are doing it, and they don't do much of it on purpose. Most people are reacting or responding to what comes to them. But there are not many who are understanding the vibrational nature of the universe, the vibrational nature of their own being, the vibrational nature of thought, and the vibrational nature that law of attraction is responding to. So most people are sort of counting on luck or good fortune, or they are looking for a good life that they can observe and live so that they can have a good feeling response to it. And that's understandable, isn't it? It's nice to see nice things. It's nice to have nice conversations. It's nice to be around people who are fun or who are clever or who are intelligent. It's nice to have objects of attention that are pleasing, that you can give your attention to. And those nice things, as you sift through life and focus upon them, do tune you to nicer and nicer things. But if you are someone who has been taught by those around you, sort of trained by your society, to be an observer of things around you, and you are not very deliberate about the things that you choose to give your attention to, then you are letting wanted and unwanted things tune your frequency. And the more you train your vibration into patterns of vibration that don't feel good when you're focused there, the more habitual those patterns become. A belief is simply a thought that you keep thinking. A belief isn't even about truth. It's just a pattern of thought, because a lot of people believe entirely different things, and law of attraction responds to them according to what they believe. In other words, sometimes in the early days, Esther would say, "But Abraham, it's true. So since it's true, doesn't it deserve more of my attention?" And we said, but you have to understand that the reason that it is a reality that you call truth is only because someone gave attention to it. So if it is a reality that you want to experience, then of course, give your attention to it. Train your frequency there. Get a vibration going about it. Let your point of attraction include that, and let the evidence of that vibration come back to you. And then you can confirm, along with others, this is a true thing. But we wouldn't let just the fact that it is true, meaning it is manifested somewhere, be our criteria for giving our attention to it. We would decide, is it something that we want to manifest in our experience? So this guidance system is perfect. You just got to figure out how to make it work for you. And the way you make it work for you is by first acknowledging that it exists. I have an inner being who offers a frequency, and when I offer a frequency, my frequency blends or doesn't. My frequency blends or resists. I'm up to speed with who I am, or I've got resistance in my vibration and I'm not up to speed with who I am. The better I feel, the more I'm blended. The worse I feel, the more I'm not blended. The better I feel, the more I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the frequency of my source. The more I am allowing myself, here now, to be an extension of source. An extension of source, a leading edge version of source, a pioneer of source, you might say, out here mixing it up, exploring the contrast, coming to new awarenesses of what you want. It's why we always ask you, do you know what you want? Do you know why you're here? Are you enjoying the expansion of your desire? These are important questions, because if you are enjoying the expansion of your desire, that means life is causing you to know about new things that you want. Because you cannot have an exposure to life without coming to new awarenesses about what you prefer. And when you come to that new awareness about what you prefer, the source within you moves fully, completely into the vibrational frequency of the fullness of what you've asked for. But sometimes our human friends, dear hearts that you are, don't realize that Source has moved there because you are still often in that justifying mode. Like you need to explain more fully that you want that because of all the reasons you don't like this. I want more money because it's so hard not to have enough. I want more money because it worries me to think about uncertainty into the future. I want more money because without it, I can't do this and I can't do this and I can't do this. And we say, without realizing it, you're not talking about more money. You're using words more money, but your vibration is focused upon the absence of the more money that you want. And your worry or concern or disappointment or even that feeling of envy that you have for those who seem to be more affluent, those emotions that you feel that don't feel good are your indicator that while you may be using words that sound positive, you might even have a smile on your face, the emotion that you feel is letting you know how your frequency stacks up with the frequency of who you really are, all that you've really become, and what you want. For a while we said, you gotta get in the vortex, you gotta get in the vortex. You just gotta bring yourself up to speed and the vortex will bring you in. And that is really the way that it is. But it might be easier for you to understand that the preparation is yours to make. In other words, you gotta chill out. You gotta stop beating the drum of what's missing or it will continue to be missing. Because the whole time you're beating the drum of, I don't have enough money or my lover hasn't come yet or I don't have this or this opportunity isn't presenting itself to me. I feel that I'm on the verge but it doesn't quite ever come home to me. As long as you're beating the drum like that, you're holding yourself in vibrational opposition to the very things that you're asking for. So you and what you want are not showing up at the same place at the same time. If you want things and you feel really good about it and you feel consistently really good about it, it's not long at all before it must manifest in your experience. So the way we've been wanting to make this more tangible for you is we've been explaining that each rocket of desire that shoots out of you is held by your inner being in this, what we've been calling a vortex of creation. And some people, it's hard for them to get their thoughts around something that they can't see. But we want you to begin to feel the reality of this vibrational reality, this vortex of creation. And it is our promise to you that all things that you want are vibrationally there. There is a vibrational reality that precedes every manifested reality. So then we want you to understand that once it is launched, and it is all day, every day, you've got a vortex that as you allow it to fill in manifestation, in actualization, in realization, as you let these things that are vibrational be then translated into your experience in what you would call my real life reality. So what is the process that allows those things that are just ideas, just wanted ideas, what brings them into manifestation? Well, what brings them there is you must prepare your vibrational vicinity, which means you and what you're thinking about, what you're talking about, how you're feeling. You've got to prepare the vicinity so that it matches what's going on in the vortex. So we want to call your attention to your point of attraction. We could even say to your point of allowance. And we want to pose the question to you. We've not stated it to you before in this way. What do I need to do standing in my physical body to allow all of this vibrational reality that apparently, Abraham says, I've been creating for a long time. It's where all the things I want exist. What do I have to do so that those wanted things can come to me in tangible, manifested form? I appreciate, Abraham, you're telling me that they're there. But until I can see them and hear them and smell them and taste them and touch them, I'm not that excited about them. So what do I have to do so that I get the reality that I'm seeking? And we say, you have to prepare yourself vibrationally. You have to stop feeling the absence of it more than the presence of it, or the presence of it can't come. You have to find a way to stop beating the drum of the absence of it, which in simple terms means you got to stop being so specific about what isn't coming and more general about why you want it. And if you'll train yourself into that less specific opposing vibration, then it will come. Does that make sense to you? We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can explain, and we've been way out there on the leading edge. We want to compliment you on your willingness to sit and listen to us talk incessantly about the laws of the universe and about the emotions that move through you. We know for sure that as a result of your willingness to just listen, that your vibration has been moved to a different place than it was before we had this conversation. It only takes 17 seconds of non-diluted focus in order to shift vibration, and you have been giving far more than that. 68 seconds of holding yourself in a vibration of well-being will shift your vibration, your point of attraction dramatically enough that that grid must fill in and must fill in today. So we're looking forward to the evidence that you will discover of this energy shift that has taken place as a result of this conversation. You could be unaware of law of attraction. You could have never heard of Abraham or the teachings of Abraham. You could not be making any effort to focus yourself into the things that you want. And you could live happily ever after, because it is the nature of this time-space reality that you live within. In other words, you don't need to know this in order to live well, nor do the people around you. But you are deliberate creators. And there is nothing more exhilarating for deliberate creators than to get your thoughts around what you can specifically do, how you can specifically mold the energy in order to get the results that you want. Because creators want to explore and decide and define the newness that you're reaching for. And then deliberate creators want to find a way of vibrationally allowing that which you've asked for. And nothing is more delicious than then allowing the universe to surprise and delight you in all of the ways that it will. It is our desire that as this grid fills in, and it will, it is our promise to you, that as it fills in, that you take note of the important part that you play in this deciphering process. We want you to feel happy about who you are and pleased that you have come to decide and to ask anew. We want you to feel the appreciation that Source feels for you in the part that you play here. If it were not for you out here on this leading edge, thought would not move beyond that which it is. That's big. If it were not for you participating with one another, you would not be creating vortexes that would be the nucleus or the starting place of the generations that are being born. If it were not for your willingness to explore the contrast and reach toward that which is new, there would be no expansion of the universe. In other words, the part you play is important. But not one of you said, I will sacrifice my joy to play this important role. Not one of you said that. And when you get back to the basics of caring about how you feel and reaching for these general feelings of well-being, you will be rewarded as you have intended to be with the manifestations that you have carved out of this time-space reality. Yes, of course, future generations are going to benefit mightily by your participation here and now. But you are supposed to benefit too, and now. And there is no joy that is greater for us to experience than your conscious acknowledgement of your alignment with that which is us. When you feel that joy radiating through you, we want you to know that what you've discovered is a path to the momentum of the joy that we all feel for you. And when you get there, stop and revel in that just a little bit and acknowledge the good job you've done of getting out of the way and allowing the joy that is natural to you. We spoke a lot of words here today, and you heard almost all of them. We moved a lot of energy here today, and you felt a lot of it. The energy moved significantly here today. It might be leaving you feeling a little like you've had a workout. But what's coming in the next few days, watch for it. It is our promise that it will be evident to you. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly, joyously, expectantly.